Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Planar Explorers. Here with me are my lovely players who will introduce themselves in a second. And yeah, this is gonna be fun. So let's start introductions with Maya.
Hi, my name is Zara. I play Maya, and yeah, chaos. You'll hear a lot about my business later on.
You can also plug it now.
Check out sailorzcreations.bigcartel.com. I've just released my new store.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, next up, let's go with Tuksha.
Hi, I'm Will. He, him. I don't have much of an online presence myself, but check out the Trevor Project. They're a great nonprofit here in the States, trying to help out queer kids and make sure that they have access to counseling they need.
Okay, great. Seht.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm playing Seht, and you can normally find me playing Cyberpunk Red with Tales from the Oasis, which is at Oasis Cyberpunk or oasiscyberpunk.com, or on Tuesdays on Twitch on the Ampersand D20 channel playing Strahd with Ladybug and the rest of our lovely party. Or you can catch me on Cybertopia AP, which is at Cybertopia AP, and maybe some more stuff by the time this comes out. Who knows?
Who knows? And then
I'm Aspen, Z they pronouns. You can find me at Aspen Forest 732 on TikTok and Archive of Our Own. I just started posting chapters of Bella Licentiae, part of my trilogy fanfiction.
Amazing.
and I am Loremistress LadyBug. I DM this chat. And you can find me anywhere as Loremistress LadyBug, and also as Jen mentioned on Tuesdays on Ampersand D20 Twitch channel playing Strahd, and also on some other days on Dissonance Whispers Twitch channel playing Call of Cthulhu.
Nice.
It's cursed anyways. and all the links will be in the description? Yeah, in the description.
Yep.
So yeah. And now Ingvar will tell us what happened last time.
Last time we almost crafted a nuke. We talked to Traven, the undead tree, and went back to the headquarters to update all the department heads. At which point we got confirmation that C.H.I.M.E is made of all possible sources of magic perfectly harmonized. And then we decided that we were going to go to the Earth plane next.
Totally not because all of the people you met told you not to go to the one island that's on your plane. Absolutely not.
I mean, also the fact that if we go to the Fey magic plane with our current manifestation of Chaos Maya, that's probably also not going to go very well. We almost crafted a nuke.
I can be good. As long as I'm distracted, I can be good.
I mean, fortunately for everyone, as far as Ingvar and Maya know, you were nowhere near to building a nuke.
Yeah.
The shotgun flamethrower was always what you were supposed to build.
Yeah.
Because Tuksha is good.
I didn't think that my first deception roll would be against the party, but here we are.
What can I tell you? Happened. What can I tell you? Okay, so you decided to go to the plane of Earth. Do you want to do anything anything before going there?
I think I'm all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Yes, everything is good to go.
Great. So I'm guessing you just go to the room in which you should be using the portal, and you go use the portal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you step through the portal, which is something you already did before, so you're not that unfamiliar with it. And you step to a place that does seem to be way different than the one you just left. Because as far as the eye can see, you see rocks, crystals, and gems, and nothing else.
Okay.
Interesting.
How accessible are the
Are
gems?
we?
Jesus fucking Christ!
I mean, there's nobody around.
That didn't take long.
I mean, it says get down from there, or get. I've got to get her out. So
I mean, the gems seem to be quite incorporated into the stones, so taking them out might require some, stone breaking and shit like that. Also, Ingvar, you
Uh-huh.
do feel something weird, for you at least. You do feel that the earth part of your magic will come to you way easier here. But you also feel that you have zero connection to your air magic.
Interesting.
Meaning, no matter how hard you try, you are not able to use air magic in here. Because it seems like there is no air magic to try and use.
We can breathe though, right? Okay, good.
Capable of breathing.
If
And
you
you're not
need
standing
to
inside
breathe
stone,
anyway.
because there is some sort of corridor leading in front of you between the solid walls of stone, crystal, and gems. You can breathe. That's not problematic at all. But also, Ingvar, you feel that you have zero connection to air magic. There is no air magic around here.
Just so I've got a nice visual. Are we talking like different types of gems? Is this like a multicolored corridor, or is it like one solid color?
I mean, the crystals and gems are different. Let me just also show you something on the Roll20 real fast.
Ooh.
But yes, there are also crystals and gems of different colors than the ones you can see on the picture.
Ooh, pretty.
Sure.
I am going to try and break a little bit off.
What do you try to break off a crystal?
Yep, crystal, please.
You know what? You will have to roll me for this.
What would you like me to roll?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Would I be able to assist her with using earth magic to kind of like either make the rock around the crystal softer or like kind of move it away a bit so it's easier accessible?
Yeah, you could do that. You could absolutely do that.
Cool.
That might actually make it easier.
Sorry, my cat just suddenly decided to start playing with the blind cord.
So,
Never done that before.
So with Ingvar's help, you are able to break off part of a crystal.
Yes.
And you now have part of a crystal.
Does it look like this? Does it look like this is a man-made
No.
passageway? Okay.
Good
It looks
idea.
On one hand, it does look like a natural passage, like it just formed like this. But on the other hand, you do know that with earth magic, especially a strong user of earth magic would be able to just shape it like that to make it still look natural.
Could I give my little bit to Ingvar and be like, could you please have a look at that?
Oh yeah. Does it seem like the crystal has any like particular properties or
As far as you can
like
see, it's just a crystal. However, it does resonate with earth magic,
okay?
like everything else around here.
Good idea. With this plentiful of a supply, you could probably destabilize the exploitative gem market back home.
Sure.
Okay. Uh,
How's the lighting in here?
So basically, most of the lighting comes from the crystals because they are glowing.
Okay.
okay.
Also, if everyone could roll me, I wanna say perception.
Ooh.
Okey-doke.
So Seht is perceptive.
That's not bad. I'll take a 3.
Oof.
I mean, Seht, you rolled 1.
Oh, yeah, but... Oh, wait, no, yeah, you're right.
Okay, so with those rolls, Will, I'm assuming you don't have any bonuses to perception since you rolled.
Correct.
Okay.
There's so many pretty crystals
Which is
everywhere.
bad because you still got the same result as Ingvar, who has bonuses to it.
It's only
Yeah.
a +1.
So, Ingvar and Tuksha, you do notice that there is you wanna say a person coming towards you, and they look like this. He basically, you didn't hear him walking, but you noticed when he was standing behind you. And he just looked at all of you and went with, "Could you please not break off pieces of my friend?"
Oh,
Friend?
the rock is alive?
And
That's interesting.
you guys do notice that the same kind of crystals that you just broke off also are growing out from him.
Oh.
Oh. So is it not like nails? So you like growing extra horns and stuff like nails? No?
Well, I was only joking, but generally, no. The crystals are just part of body in here. Around here.
Oh.
Our apologies. No harm was
No,
meant.
don't worry about that one. I was joking. This is only a piece of crystal growing from a rock. But you know.
Oh! Oh, I see what you mean. It was a joke intended to make us feel bad. That is very funny. Thank you for your joke.
It worked! It worked!
But also you do notice that some of the rock formations that you thought were rock formations a second ago are not.
Oh.
And they do start to move. They do not move very fast. They move quite slowly. But they do move.
Please don't be alarmed. We do not mean any further harm. We have come from a different plane. As hard as that could be to believe.
Not the first ones here, but I haven't seen any of you in quite a long time.
Oh.
How long
Well,
would you say?
Does time really matter when you're a rock?
you tell us.
And the closest approximation is quite interesting.
Really, we don't really measure time. Not like we're gonna die anyway.
Not even if some of you are made of quartz.
Of what?
Never mind.
yet not exactly. Like I've seen ones like you before. It must have been a long time. But come, Seht, let's talk.
Thank you for your hospitality. I am Tuksha. Please excuse our sudden intrusion.
Ah, no problem. You can call me Makangasa Kyot or Maka for short.
Thank you, Maka.
It is a pleasure to meet you. I am Seht.
Ingvar.
And
Ingvar is like Ingvar is fascinated by Maka's whole deal and is hurriedly writing down notes and also like but he'd also ask, does do you, do your how you grow is it um do you grow or do only sedentary rock people grow do some
so
rock people grow shorter?
basically,
Do you
some of the
erode?
rocks around here become sentient, some don't. That's it.
Hmm.
How does it impact your erosion?
Well, erosion, as I'm aware, probably requires something like water or air to happen.
Is there not water on this planet? Is it all rock and
Well, it's
well, I mean obviously it
the
has to be sun to breathe.
elemental plane of Earth. You do the math.
We've never been to other planes before, well except for the
So
except
yes,
for
the
one.
elemental planes are entirely constructed from that one element, and not any of the other elements. The elemental plane of fire does have some surfaces that are quite solid, rocky almost. But generally, the planes do not include other elements, and you can only breathe here because we made this space for visitors who require breathing.
That
We
would
must thank you then.
explain that.
You
As I
are
said,
quite knowledgeable about.
you're not the first visitors here. This is why this place exists.
You are quite knowledgeable about the other elemental planes. Have you visited them?
Yes, it would be quite boring to stay in one plane for my entire existence. Of course, I did some traveling a while ago, but not since I became the ruler around here. You know, duties.
Oh, is there a proper title we should address you by, or is just Maka
Oh,
fine?
don't worry about it.
Is your uh, civilization, is your government imperial, or are you more of a democracy? Do you get it? That was my attempt at matching your joke from earlier.
Have have you been to the island?
Also, as far as the political situation, I am the ruler now. If the rest of the rocks decide that I shouldn't be, they will probably vote for somebody else. Who knows? But I can tell you that things do not change fast around here.
It sounds like it's a hard life being a rock.
Oh no, it's very easy. We are very much used to not doing things fast.
Sounds like a good way to live.
Yes, it's very peaceful, I can give you that.
Do you need to eat anything or drink? Well, obviously not drinks. There's no water, but like, do you eat minerals in the other dirt or crystals, or do the crystals provide any additional function for you? Or are they merely aesthetic?
Let me ask you, do a stone in your world require nourishment?
In
don't think so.
fairness, there is a lot about this plane that is very different to our own.
Our
Yes, but
plane
as
also
I
doesn't.
mentioned
Yeah.
before, memes are the other sentient beings are from this plane. We are just those of the rocks that did become sentient. We are not different from other rocks with anything else than being sentient. That's all. That's the only difference between us and regular rocks.
Interesting, interesting.
Noted.
Thank you. It's just when uh people are very used to how their people operate. Sometimes they are unaware of differences that other people might perceive as outsiders. So I was just curious. Um,
Yes,
Oh, don't worry, I'm
this
used to it.
is this is
I'm used
part
to it.
of our
Outsiders usually have a
mission.
lot of questions.
This is part of our mission to explore other planes and educate our home plane of what is out there. Already we are learning so much, so thank you.
Good for you. Learning is always
My plane
fun.
will never believe me. No, definitely not. Living dead tree. Living dead tree. No, definitely won't believe me.
Okay, just taking another look around all of you. Do you all come from the same plane?
We do, in fact.
yes.
Oh, then I think I know where that is. Huh. Haven't seen your people in a long time.
You have had run ins with people from our plane before.
Oh,
It
yes.
was our understanding that we were pioneers here.
Oh, it was a long time ago. It might have been a bit different back then. Let me try and calculate in your years. I think it would be around 4,000 years.
This tracks with evidence we have found so far.
Well, as you may have guessed, we're a bit more short-lived than you all are.
Yes.
So memories are a bit shorter as well.
You know,
Some of us.
a lot of planar beings are shorter lived than, well, rocks.
Sorry. Did he just say outer planar beings?
Planar beings, basically. He just said planar
Ah,
beings.
gotcha.
And as you're just sitting around talking to him, you feel an earthquake.
Oh.
And it's not a small one.
Is that normal?
No.
I stopped climbing.
Is everyone.
Don't worry, Maya, it's not you. It's something that has started happening recently. But since you're here, what do you think about being useful?
Is everyone okay?
With
Well,
the
you've shown
being.
us hospitality. It only makes sense that we return the favor.
It's always good to promote positive relations.
Glad to hear that. See, those earthquakes happened because apparently our plane came out of balance. Which is not good, because this is causing earthquakes. And earthquakes would be about the only thing that can kill us. Because, you know, rocks.
Oh.
Yes.
So, there is a set of our sacred artifacts that are kept to maintain the balance. So, would it be nice if you could go to the places they are and fix them, if possible?
Do you already know where they are, or will we need to
Yes,
find them?
however, I need to warn you there will be most likely some puzzles or some shit like that, so that the access to those is not easy.
I see.
Fun! I get to play.
Puzzles.
But I would advise you to not play with the artifacts themselves. The balance of this plane kinda depends on them.
So balance them.
No, very, Very much, it sounds like for not to be balancing them.
Yes.
I suppose you might need to explain to us what exactly we need to do once we find get to
Yes.
them.
Probably at least one of them, if not more, stopped working properly, and so you will need to figure out what's wrong and fix it.
Okay.
Do you have any
I
information on them at all that would help in determining what is the normal range of function of them?
Unfortunately, I do not, because this is the first time something like that is happening.
Mm.
I
Well,
only know that they exist and where they are. Nothing about them.
well, there is no time like the present. Is there time here? There is no
Yes.
time like the present. So, if you let us know where we should be going, we can get straight on that.
I would ask that our survival would be greatly helped if you could find a way for us to continue breathing outside of this space.
Don't worry about it. All of the artifacts in our places that support breathing creatures. And
It
the
is
pathway
handy.
towards them, of course, will also be shaped for you.
Wonderful.
Much appreciated.
I am very confident that we can help solve your problem and foster good relationships between our planes.
That would be greatly appreciated.
And
Yes. Never.
perhaps when we return,
Yes.
perhaps you could share some more of your own travels through the planes or configurations if you use a similar device.
We do not use a device like you do, but I will gladly answer all the questions you will have if I only know the answer to them.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Let's let us go then, I suppose.
Yeah.
What with all this confidence I have in our ability.
I'm very good at fixing things and determining how they work.
That might be helpful, yes. So please go ahead. And just wave his hand, and there's a corridor going out of from where you stood towards who knows where.
Let's go.
I get up and I start heading that way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As soon as we're vaguely out of earshot of what I presume is earshot, Seht is taking a
That requires
guess
ears.
as to the ear radius of a rock people.
Tiny thing. This place is fully made of rocks. Do you know?
Yes. Yes, but Seht doesn't. So, as soon as Seht thinks we're out of earshot range, they just kind of turn to the group and go, "Why did I say that? I am not confident in our ability to foster good relations between our planes by doing this task that they have set forth."
Well, I must say, I think that if someone came and saved our plane from shaking itself apart, it would foster pretty good relations. So
I think so. I think that is why I was like, yes, let's do this, but maybe outside of our wheelhouse. But
You had me
fingers
fooled. You had
crossed.
me with you. I was convinced.
I am glad that I am starting to become a good ambassador, envoy. It does not come easily. But hey, you crack a joke, and it lightens the mood. I think it will go well.
I think you're right. Let's make sure that we're successful there.
Yes, if saving our plane from being shaken to pieces is like up here on the scale of good diplomacy, failing to save our plane from being shaken to pieces is probably at least down here, if not a little lower.
To be fair, if if we don't seem to be able to fix them, then we could probably at least try to go back to our plane and bring people who might be more experienced in that particular type of magic or skill set. Also, they
Yes.
can probably still hear us right now.
Oh, all of that was also a joke. It's envoy humor. Do you think that did it?
Is there a way to tell, or would I be generally aware of like how far the echo will travel? Because at some point it's gonna like peter off.
Sure. You can roll me for that. I'm gonna say you can roll me.
Would it be education?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I'm actually good at education. Let's see. Wow.
Okay. So you are able to determine how far the echo might go, and you realize that you might not be out of his earshot by now. You're not sure if there is a place in this plane that's far away from him enough. From the places you are able to go to, that would be out of earshot.
I don't think I don't think we're ever going to be out of earshot. If you wanted to have a private conversation on this plane, and they'll just start muttering about angles and that.
I see. Well, it is a good thing that this, as I said, was all a joke, fully intended for all audiences.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since, well, Ingvar, you did realize that he is the one making the corridors for you to travel through, so...
Yeah, so he would probably even be closer than
You can shape
Let's
it however
start.
you want.
Nice. This would be a really bad time to learn that we actually had really bad relations with them.
Yes.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I think, considering how long-lived they are, if they did have a problem with our plane, they probably hold a grudge. But also,
Find out already.
yes,
Yeah.
also they probably could have just taken all the air away.
Yeah.
For example.
They also don't need. He also did say they don't need one of these devices to travel to other planes. So it's impossible. It's possible that if they added that much beef with it, or sufficient beef with us, then they could have probably taken over our plane with depending on strength and numbers, especially since he said earthquakes were one of the few things that could kill them.
Yes. Let us not dwell too much on potential negative outcomes. I am hoping that we will not be the cause of a poor party in 4,000 years coming here and being entombed.
Don't give me also, do give me ideas.
So
Is
how
it
long does it
just
take
me
us
or-
to get to the first part of that?
Is it just me or are we nailing this?
100%.
It's just you, hon.
We've got it. We've got it.
But yes, I would say by now you have came to the end of the corridor, which ends in a room, which also ends in a door. The door has four large keyholes, and above each of them you see a a symbol representing one of the 4 elements. And Ingvar, important to note, those are the same symbols that Darat uses for elements. Nearby you find 4 pedestals with various objects on them. There's a stone, a burning torch, a feather, and a vial of water. And there is a note. In stone, of course.
I'll read the note.
For some reason, you are all able to read the note. Although, somebody can roll me... You know what, Tuksha, roll me your divination magic.
Sure. Oh. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can definitely say that the note is not written in your language, but it's enchanted in a way that makes everyone who reads it able of reading it.
Well, it seems that anyone should be able to read this as long as they can read. What's it say?
So, the note reads as follows. I am solid and strong, the foundation of all. With me stability reigns, preventing a fall. Which element am I, unyielding and true? Choose wisely, my friend, to pass through.
So we're all in agreement that's Earth, right?
Yeah. So it'd be the
on the pedestals there are 4 objects, a stone, a burning torch, a feather, and a vial of water.
Pick up the stone and
And there, in the doors there are keyholes shaped like the objects that were on the pedestals.
okay, yeah. I'll put the stone in the earth. Would I recognize the elemental symbols, or just someone from?
Other nations don't exactly use symbols for elements because you don't have the need for that.
Right.
I'll
Ingvar,
put the
which of
stone
these?
in the.
Yeah. I'll hand the stone over.
Yeah.
Okay, Ingvar, where do you put it?
And the. Wait, what was the last half of the note again?
Come again?
What was like the last half of it? Because it started to sound like something else, but it was the first part was definitely
the
so.
riddle again. I am solid and
Mhm.
strong, the foundation of all. With me stability reigns, preventing a fall. Which element am I, unyielding and true? Choose wisely, my friend, to pass through.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just put it in the earth slot.
And sure enough, the door opens. And behind it you do seem to see... well, something.
Okay.
You're not sure what you're looking at, to be honest. It does seem to be some sort of crystal, but also not.
Mhm.
It's floating in the air, and it's basically... words are hard.
Yes.
It's turning around quite fast.
Is it the only thing in the chamber?
Yes.
Does anything other than the speed seem to be immediately wrong with it?
You can roll me your... I'm gonna say earth magic.
Okay. And where is that? Would this be considered a device for Eye for Details?
Not really.
Okay.
Okay, so you're
4.
able to say definitely that, well, the fact that it is moving in any way is the thing that's wrong, because as far as you are able to gauge with your magic, it should be floating, yes, but it shouldn't be fucking moving.
Okay.
And definitely shouldn't be freaking spinning.
Is there
I-
anything? Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, can I combine Natbone and Arkar's magic to create a kind of revealing light that like shines in the area to reveal like hidden magics?
Ooh.
Sure, roll me.
What should I roll exactly?
Which one do you have higher?
Arkar's.
Then roll Arcars. And that's, I'm gonna say +1.
Okay, so that's a 3.
Okay. So yes, you did reveal a few things. There is some runes around the room. And half of them are glowing, half of them are not. And also there is like a space in the... It's not really like in the floor or anything, but there seems to be like a space mid-air in which the crystal should be, but it isn't. And if you did do a line between all the runes, the glowing and the not glowing ones, the lines would cross at exactly the same.
Okay.
But half of the runes are not glowing, half of them are.
Are they like earth magic runes?
Yep.
Okay.
What other
Uh,
are you expecting here?
I mean, I just wanted to double check.
Honey, you are on the elemental plane of air.
Hey, someone could have come in from another plane to do some sabotage.
We also have the 4 representations of the 4 elements, so there could be something else acting to stabilize it. So does it look like they have been like scratched away at or damaged, or does it look more like
No, they are just not glowing. Or glowing.
Huh.
You
Okay.
also didn't yet check if they should be glowing or shouldn't glow.
I'll check that. I kind of assumed that they should be glowing.
Just know that half of them are glowing.
Do we know if these should be glowing or not?
Are they pressable?
Are they what?
God.
No, they are. Those are
We are unsure whether they should be glowing or not.
But those
One moment.
Maya, do you know any of the runes?
I certainly attempt to find out whether or not they are pressable.
Which ones? The glowing ones or the not glowing ones?
Which one is the closest to me? Because let's face it, it's Maya.
Actually, you have a choice. There are 2 close to you, one glowing, one not.
Oh. It's shiny. It's going to be the glowing one.
So, guys, you notice Maya started the glowing rune.
Mhm.
Well, Maya, you
Oh, jeez.
into the wall. Your hand is
Oh.
stone now and welded into the wall.
Oh no.
Cheapest it's ever been to get stoned.
Do not
Oh jeez.
Do not worry. Hand is one of the easiest things to replace, and I have many spares.
We're all gonna end
Okay.
up as stitched by the end of this campaign.
Did
I mean, this is your doctor, so.
did the rune stop glowing, or is the rune even visible now?
The rune is still visible. The hand got attached to the stone next to the rune. And the rune is still glowing.
Was
Okay.
there any other change in the room?
No.
Ingvar, could you
No.
maybe get the hands off of that?
That's what I was about to try. Can I try and reverse that magic? Not touching the rune, just like.
I mean, call me your earth magic.
Before we do this, could I not invoke, what's the word? Create an advantage. My plan would
I
be...
want to know what it feels like. Like, can I feel my hand on the inside of it, or?
No, your hand is up to your elbow. It's fully stone.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
If it's okay, I would like to create an advantage by introducing a situational aspect. Oh, we fate now. I would like to use nap bone magic to induce a serene sense of calm and order and of things being the way they are normally supposed to be, i.e., not stone. Trying to make sure that people have like things naturally want to be the way that things normally are. So hopefully that helps in doing things. Is
I'm
that
wondering if now is the
something I
time
can
to
do?
invoke get down from here.
I don't think so.
yeah, no, Ingvar is trying to keep you still because we don't want your arm just breaking off.
Because yes, you both Ingvar and then Seht, I would say, have the feeling that if Maya moves that arm, or tries to move it,
Mhm.
she is gonna be left with her arm being only up to elbow.
This is not a problem.
Oh, it's a short-term problem.
Things are getting out of hand. All right.
Hey.
Okay.
That your main healer prefers to stitch people through.
So while they're doing this, I figure they've got it handled. So I'm trying to look at the arrangement of the
Handled.
crystal relative to the runes. Is the crystal's moving, spinning in one spot, right? It's not like moving around the room.
It's spinning in a small area, but it is kind of moving, and it's definitely off, well, center. So the spot
Okay.
that you notice it should be.
Right. Is it closer to the runes that are glowing or the ones that are not glowing?
Actually, neither of them. It's equally distant
Okay.
from them still, but it's still spinning in a small area. So, you know. But you know that it should be basically fixed in one place, in the place where the runes, the lines from runes would cross.
Okay.
Did we lose Zara, or is that just me?
I have no idea. Yeah, her
On
camera
Video
shows the
Ninja.
line and I don't hear her. Zara, you with us? I think so.
Muted on Discord. Oh,
Okay.
Hi. Just a second. I remember we lost someone for a while in one of the first sessions, and I wanted to make sure we didn't lose everyone for like
Yeah.
future things.
gone again.
Yeah.
I know that camera's off, but she did do the occasion for interacting.
Okay.
Happens.
So-
Okay, so yes, Seth, you will be able to make the advantage.
Yeah. I'm assuming you want me to roll Nat Bone magic, considering I'm using that good Nat Bone magic to try and do it.
Yep.
Let's see. Also, I have interest. While I remember, if I invoke an aspect, do I have to do it beforehand or can I do it afterwards?
After rolling, and you can use it to either
Cool.
reroll entirely or advance.
Okay, right, okay. In that case, let's just try without. Have some good Nat Bone magic. That's a 3. I'll take a 3.
Thanks.
Yeah, and with that you are able to create advantage, giving our dear Ingvar +2 to their roll for the elemental magic for the
That's a 7.
nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
So with that, it wasn't easy. That wasn't easy for you because I've never done something like that before. But yes, you were able to get Maya's hand back to being a hand and not part of the
Yay!
And you also and I will also give you that. You also learn that the runes are supposed to be glowing.
Okay.
Set slowly puts the knitting needle down and stops reaching for a spare arm and kind of like looks a little disappointed.
Oh. Everyone wants the nap bone magic. No one wants the actual doctoring.
I know.
So then,
I want to
does
try
it look
and...
like trying? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna ask, does it look like trying to touch the crystal to like try and move it in a direction? Does it look like touching it would, like cut you at the rate it's moving?
It does look like it has
Okay.
very fucking sharp edges.
Would you like to find out?
It's fine. It's fine.
Spare fingers.
Yeah, I just reach out and try and push it, just like nudge it back into place.
Oh, jeez.
So you do that, and yes, it does cut your hand right open.
That's fine. I have the aspect of predisposed to disposability, so I feel like I would have 100% volunteered.
Yeah.
It did
Oh,
cut open. It didn't cut it out, so any parts of it, so you just need to sew the wound on your hand back.
it's a little floppy now, but no problem. I don't need to sew myself. I'm very gifted in Moran medical magic. Sewing for me is for fun, like and to make sure that we have enough material to work with.
It's for aesthetic.
Yeah. I'll just casually heal that up if that's all right with some Moran necromantic,
I mean,
like that. Just an average roll apparently.
that's absolutely enough to heal the cut on your hand.
That's a really bad roll considering I've got +4 in Moran.
Jeez.
Jesus.
Sometimes that happens. That's the beauty of fate.
Is what it is. So I have.
Enough to heal that cut. So
Thank you. I have determined through science that is a bad idea.
putting your hand next to it.
Yes, experimentation is. There is probably a saying that sounds really intelligent with that, but I don't know it, so Seht also doesn't know it. But something experimentation.
So
For science.
Yeah.
For
For
science.
science.
Can Maya try and come in and speak about one trial learning? Because that's how she learns how to do things.
Valid
Don't
methodology.
touch.
You also have parents to not touch glowing runes.
Exactly. She's like, you've got to do everything once at least to know how it's done or what happens. That's how it is. Like,
Sense, but also on another note, some things you can really only try once, and after that you will not be able to try anything else.
all mushrooms are edible. Some are only edible once. So I want to try using that bone magic to induce glowing in one of the dark runes.
Smart.
Okay, roll me on that bone magic.
Can we use our free invoke if we need to here as well for our fancy nat bone magic field?
If you want to help, yeah.
I mean, I could probably...
Might be worth doing.
Oh.
That was a bad roll.
We've got a
Oh,
we've got a free invoke off that then if we want a +2.
Yeah. Is it only +2 or is it also
I think it's
alternatively a reroll?
Yeah, I think it's just a free invoke off of it. So long as you can like justify how the field is. I don't know, like you try and then go, oh, actually, I'm feeling pretty calm. It's okay, we've got this. And
Yeah, it's like
Tuksha, basically, if you want to do something about your roll, because even with Seht self might be enough.
Right.
You can spend a fate point, tell me which of your aspects would allow you to do shit, and then either reroll or add +2.
so in theory, because I succeeded on the creating advantage, we should have a free invoke on that aspect specifically.
yeah.
So on
I'd
the
like
aspect of like
Okay.
the field existing.
So you can use
Yeah,
that,
you.
and you
Is
can
my
use-
understanding anyway. I'm still learning Fate, so.
Yes, and that aspect also gives you the +1 to that roll because it's not all magic anyway. And you can either add another +2 from invoking the aspect, or you can reroll.
Reroll would
I-
definitely be better.
That reroll,
Yeah.
reroll was terrible.
yeah, I'm gonna take. So yes, I'm going to use that free invoke as long as everyone's okay with that, and use a reroll. That's significantly better. That's 4 better,
Yes.
or that's 3 better.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah,
With
so it's a
that,
3.
Nice.
You are able to establish that you made the room go for a second until it broke down. You realized one thing: to be able to make it permanently grow, you need to combine your magic with earth magic.
Ingvar, I think we need to combine
Let me remind you that
Earth.
your
No,
brain has not yet established combining of magics.
right, but we know it's possible because we met Chime.
The epitome of combining all of the magics.
Right. So
Something
Ingvar, I
that
think we need to
Ingvar,
combine light and earth magic to make these start glowing. And
something. Sorry.
I have a hunch that making them glow will move the crystal, but I couldn't say for certain.
Something Ingvar would be looking at, like while you were doing that, is trying to determine like if Z used like earth magic to like try and create like a rolling stone to move it, if that would cause the crystal to break, or if it had enough structural integrity to sustain that.
You do not
Okay.
know for sure how delicate that crystal is, but crystals do tend to be fucking delicate. So
Mhm. Yeah. Okay.
If it
Uh,
helps, I can confirm that it is very sharp.
Yeah. Yes, I think perhaps. And Z will hold up the crystal that we broke off earlier. Perhaps if we both try to channel our magic into this, and then through the crystal into the rune.
I think that's a good idea. Let me see if I can get the right angle. So I want to try and figure out, based on the faceting of the crystal, where to start sending light from it, or where to focus the light from to get it to where it needs to be.
as far as you are both able to establish, it would be best if you came from opposing sides of the crystal. And you do need both to channel it into the crystal at the same time. And the crystal still
Okay.
needs to be in a position to then channel it to the meaning that there is a third person needed to hold the fucking crystal.
Maya, did you want to hold the crystal? If you can hold it steady.
That might be a challenge, but I'll definitely hold it.
You will
Is there
fare
something that I
better
could?
than me.
Is there something I can MacGyver to help Maya hold it steady?
Not really.
We could have Maya touch 2 glowing runes and become rooted in place by stone.
Do I have a bottle of water on me? Do I have a bottle of water on me?
Did you bring a bottle of water with you?
I would have. I'd like
Yeah,
to think
basic
I would
supplies.
have. Like, I'm very much into
Oh, Jesus, this
hydration.
weird.
I've got good skin. Not real life, but look, Maya's got good skin.
Are you sure that... Sorry, I don't know why I'm doing that in a character voice. This is very, very much not a character joke. Are you sure that you could bring that much liquid because you did get on a plane?
I also also want to see that moment when it's played back because of all the sequential pennies dropping.
But yeah, we would have brought like basic
I love
provisions
it.
just in case something
And-
went wrong.
I'm gonna hope that I know what bubbles are, and that if I get my bottle of water, that the bubble, well, I'm gonna make a basic spirit level to try and keep it level. I'm gonna put it on top of my water bottle, and I'm gonna hope that the bubble on the inside of the bottle keeps it steady.
Smart.
Although your plane is on the medieval type of technology mostly, so the buttons are not clear.
Well, in that case, I'm not gonna do that because I can't see what's inside the bottle.
Plastic bottles are not yet invented, and glass bottles are not exactly great for fucking traveling.
Yeah.
Fair.
Good
Most
point.
likely made out of leather.
In that case, I'm going to alter it. I'm going to have a trough with a line all the way around it. And then if the water is up to the line, if it goes over the line, then I know that it won't be level.
You could also just put a bit of water on the crystal.
Gotta love it, we're complicating things.
I just didn't know what to get water on the thing that I've been told is very delicate.
Yes.
I-
Try to. Also, two different crystals. One that is rotating. You're not
Mhm.
touching that one. You're touching the one that they were using to channel their magic to the runes. That's the
Okay.
Yes, do not touch the big rotating crystal unless you also
The
want
crystal might be freaking delicate, but not enough to
new
be destroyed
hands.
by fucking few drops of water.
Okay,
I mean,
we'll do
Maybe
that
we
one then.
shouldn't
Salt.
tell Maya not to do things, though.
If this is a salt crystal and it dissolves, that's going to be
I'm gonna
beautiful.
cry.
You're right.
I will cry if you dissolve this now.
It's really
Dissolve,
funny,
I'll
though.
cry.
It's not that easy.
We are here to dissolve a puzzle, though, so
Oh
maybe
my
it would
gosh.
Uh,
work. Even I feel bad for that one. Eesh.
That was good.
Yeah.
I'm not used to this being rewarded for making bad jokes. I'm used to
I
rocks
fucking love
falling and
puns.
taking psychic damage.
Puns are my love language.
And I will never punish you for making jokes, whether bad they are. Not my first comedic rodeo of a game, don't worry. Okay, so, Maya, once again, what do you do?
I stick some water droplets onto the thing and I hold it as steady as I can.
Good. And now, Duksha and Ingvar, roll me your respective magics.
Okay.
I got the
Same.
same result, meaning that neither of your magics overpowered the other.
Phew.
That's good.
Because yes, the important part of this was to get the exact same result on both.
Oh,
If
that
you
is
rolled
hard.
3, if somebody got more than the other, then the balance
Well-
goes to fuck.
well played.
Interesting.
And
So what happens to the rune?
And yes, you were able to channel your magics into the crystal, and then from the crystal it went to the rune, and the rune started going. And the crystal stopped rotating. It's still not in the place it's supposed to be, but at least it's not spinning anymore.
That's good.
That worked.
If it's not spinning anymore, perhaps we could reposition it without danger.
Let me try.
Yeah, I don't have my tell.
Nope.
And
That
I
does
will
not
notice
work.
That you touching it did not move it one bit. It's
Mm.
fixed in place, just not in the place it's supposed to be.
Hmm.
We maybe need to do this
Do
to
the
the
other
other
one?
runes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep on zapping.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
now that you did it once, you will be able to do that again without rolling again. Don't worry. I'm not
Okay.
making you roll again because that has chances of fucking it up. Uh, so yes, it takes you a bit of time, and I'm gonna guess that Maya's hand is getting very fucking tired towards the end of it for holding the crystal. But yeah, you are able to make all of the runes glow, and the crystal goes back into the place it's supposed to be in. And it starts glowing too.
Interesting.
Curious.
I guess we have saved the day.
Now, I
But
believe
there
there
are
were
3 others.
several others.
Yes, you were informed there is 3 artifacts to go to. That was the first one.
I was hoping that only one was broken.
Yeah,
I guess
Oh.
we should be so lucky.
Since Ingvar is attuned to earth magic, I'm gonna give it to you. That did help a bit with the balance of the plane, but it still needs fixing.
Yeah. We should at least check the other ones. It's still out of balance. If the others are not damaged or wrong, then there is something deeper. I wonder if something sapped the magic out of the runes.
Can I have a
someone.
look and see if I can work it out?
Work what out?
What we need to do?
You were already informed that there are 3 different artifacts to go to.
Yes.
I guess we go back to Maka, right? And get a new corridor.
When you leave the chamber
I mean-
with the crystal and the door closes behind you and the stone from the keyhole goes back to the pedestal, you notice that there is another corridor, not the one that you came from, but one
Ah. I see that echo carries so far. I guess they were listening in and knew what was going down. I guess
So the other
this is the
3
way.
But the other 3 elements aren't like the other 3 doors aren't. Wait, shouldn't we check the other 3 doors?
There was only one door with 4 keyholes and 4 objects.
Oh, that's sorry. That was my brain part. Okay.
Good enough, you pick up the right object to put it in the right place the first try. Otherwise, things
Okay.
could have happened.
Yeah.
Let us not rest on our laurels and take our good fortune for granted. Get it? That more diplomacy humor. We should continue down this new corridor, I feel.
Let's do this thing.
Yes.
Go down the new corridor that was made for you. And sure enough, after a while, you come to another room with another set of doors. Obviously, all of the doors in here are made of stone. I hope I don't need to tell you that. In front of the door, you can see several stone plates scattered on the floor, and above the door you can see 3 slots labeled with what you assume might be weights. Actually, once again, you are able to somehow recognize what it means, and it's labeled light, medium, and heavy. And some of the plates have some symbols on them, but those you don't recognize, and there is another note in stone.
What's it say?
3 plates of stone, different weights. Place them right, and the door shall obey. 1 light, 1 medium, and 1 heavy to find. Arrange them true, and the door you will find.
How many stone plates are scattered around?
More than 3.
I am sure that you want to solve this puzzle. You, at least, yes, you all seem like the kind of people who find puzzles exciting and curious. If at any point we decide to just smashy door, give Seht a shout. That is kind of my specialty, but I would not like to one, desecrate potentially quite sacred and important site to our gracious hosts, but also take away puzzle opportunity from you for fun and personal growth.
I'm gonna say there is around 10 plates scattered on the floor.
Okay.
Light, medium, and heavy.
Are there any?
The plates
Sure, I'll just.
look almost the same except from the symbols that are on each of the plates. But you don't know what those symbols stand for.
I'm
I
gonna
wanna
try
go
and lift
around.
one. Are they too heavy to lift, or are they liftable?
They are all liftable.
I do want to go around and lift up as many as I can and try and work out which I think is the heaviest and which I think is the lightest and which I think is the middest, middleist, median.
Okay. I would say you should roll me for. I think that would be actually light.
Damn.
I was also thinking about doing that. Helping arrange them. I do have mine.
That roll, Maya, you are able to say that they have different weights. Some of them are not that different from each other. Some of them seem to be the same, at least to you.
Can I make a pile of what I think is the same so that the next person's can have a better... There we go. I've made some piles and now I feel better.
How small or how big are these plates? Presumably.
The plates are around like this size.
Okay. So, yeah, I think Set's going to sit this one out. One thing we've not particularly touched upon is Set's very big, and Set has very big hands, and that makes small things, fiddly things, not exactly Set's forte. So
This small.
it is small to me, yeah. Hands big. Fingers like sausages and still kind of getting over being cut to ribbons.
Luckily for you, those are made of stone. However, none of you know what would happen if you were to drop one of them.
Yeah. I'll give sorting through the piles a try.
Sure, do you want to go with might or do you want to try Zara's magic?
They're the same for me. I actually would try Drat. Oh. It's the same bonus, but yeah.
Okay. So with that roll, from what I can see, you can words are hard. So you were able to descend to divide them further into 3 piles. The ones that are the most light, the ones that are the most heavy, and the ones that are like between the 2 other piles. And yeah, now you need to discern which pile is the lightest, the most medium, and the heaviest.
Are there any like symbols on where we're supposed to place the
Above the slots, you see the writing, but that one is a writing that you are all able to understand, even though it's not in your language.
Can I try and peer like inside? Are the symbols on the discs, are those like raised or engraved, or are they just like on the surface?
They are somehow kind of like engraved, but you don't think that somebody actually engraved them. It's like they were formed like this.
Okay. Trying to look inside the slots, can I try and see if there are any like indents that would match up?
I would say you could try that, definitely. roll for something for this. I need to see the character sheet.
Perception, maybe?
I wanna say either craft or hobby.
Ooh, I'll do craft. Once it loads. Didn't know what it said. It's buffering. I'm gonna click it again. There we go.
Okay.
I think that's just it.
Yes, we
Yep.
are
Nice.
able to notice that inside those slots, there definitely are things that are supposed to fit into those symbols on the plates.
I'll try and
However,
use that to.
slots are quite small, so noticing what exactly is the symbol isn't easy.
Has
Definitely,
anybody
if you're
got-
inserting something in there and you don't know what would happen if you were to insert something other than the disc?
Yeah. Okay.
So, okay, so I have a weird question and possibly action. So Arkar's magic is generally weird. I know it includes like prediction and divination, but it's also just kind of weirdness, right?
Yes.
Can I use it to basically like warp space a little bit in front of that to make a miniature magnifying glass?
Ooh.
I could find an easier thing to do with your magic, but hey, sure, if you want to.
I mean, I'm sure there's easier way. Oh, wait, yeah. No, there's definitely the divination, but
It was creative.
look, I'm not used to predicting the future being in the wheelhouse. Yeah, can I try and use some divination to tell which one matches where? I'll try that first.
Please roll, please.
Okay, that's a 6.
Nice.
Yes. With that, you are able to see with your dark arts magic, with your arc arts magic, which blade fits into which.
Okay, I
Nice.
will point out which one matches there, and start helping move the I'll start with the lightest one. I'm not very strong.
See how good it is to remember what your magic can do.
Yeah.
Also make a note of what the symbols are for the lightest, middle, and heaviest, just in case those are numerical symbols on it.
I feel almost like solving a puzzle by predicting whether you did it right or not is almost as easy and a cop-out as smashing the door down with your fist magic.
I mean, if it works, it works.
But I like it, don't get me
Noted
wrong.
down.
I would say that way definitely creates less distraction around.
Oh yeah, no, very
Yeah.
true.
A little less noticeable of a brute force method.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yes, you do put the plates in the correct slots, and the door opens.
Nice.
All right.
And behind the door, you do see what probably should be a room, but there is a bit of a rubble. It looks like the room caved in.
Oh.
Hmm.
Does it look like? Well,
Is
Does it
there?
look stable?
Does it what?
Does it look stable, like it's going to hold us weight if we carry on?
It's not looking like it's gonna cave in more, but it does look like it has caved in probably during one of the earthquakes.
Hmm.
Would you like to use your elemental magic to fix this, or would you like me to simply move rubble out of the way?
I would like to. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if while it would be good for to let you do something, I would
do
worry
not
that
mind. I am enjoying being here for the ride, and as Doctor, it is usually good when I do not have specific job to do. Me having something important to do usually means one of you has been fucked up.
I would just worry that with doing it manually, that might cause further instability and possibly make the cave even worse. So just using magic to make sure things fit.
Spoken like a true person who knows elemental magic and rocks and stuff.
Well put.
So, I have, mostly because we just figured out how to do this. Would combining our magic again require someone to stabilize the crystal, or is stabilizing the crystal specifically for channeling it to a specific point?
If you don't want to channel it to a specific point, you can just put the crystal on the ground and channel it like that. But then basically the combined magic comes out of the tip of the crystal, so it will go to whichever direction the tip of the crystal is pointing to.
I'm liking that the magic combination system in this universe is magic lasers. I am here for that.
Yes.
It is my jam.
Lasers.
It means that if I channel Moran magic into a crystal, I have a literal death ray, and that is
yes!
very big vibes.
I love that.
If you wanted to say that in front of my ending,
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying that in character. Notice, not character voice for very good reasons.
Maya doesn't know what you're talking about.
To be clear, Seht kind of digs the idea of a Moran magic death ray because that's a life ray. Come on.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, so again, this is probably just because we just figured out how to do this, but Ingvar is going to propose. We could perhaps use a combination of my magic and your divination magic to better ensure that the rocks go where they need to go. I'm mostly just very curious how this combining of magic works.
I agree. I think we should give it a shot. So if we place the crystal on the ground so that it's facing the rubble generally, that should work, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
the tip of the crystal needs to face the rubble if you want to do something about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, roll me for channeling.
It'd be really funny if this goes horribly wrong. There are so many ways this could go horribly wrong, and I love it.
Wow.
Ooh.
Do you want to do something about this? Because for the people viewing who do not see the rolls, Luxia rolled a 6 on Nat's magic, while Ingvar rolled a 0 on Darat magic.
I don't. All of my aspects are like more specifically tied to like crafting.
You could probably apply one of those. You are trying to
Okay.
craft something.
Can I
How about
tag?
I have just a thing?
You're close, but there is now, and so everyone again, Ingvar now rerolled their 0 to 7.
Oh my, that's a nat plus
That's
4.
better?
That's as good as that roll could be.
Yeah,
Uh,
but
That'll do.
I need to remind you what you need for channeling.
yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get the same number.
So I
Maybe-
need
this
plus
probably
1.
wouldn't produce as catastrophic a failure, since
maybe
it's
we
not
can...
as.
So yeah, maybe we can shuffle a dice roll a little bit by inducing some balance.
Ooh.
Like nat bone is the magic of balance, right? In general, order. So I guess
I
let me.
mean, I have nat bone magic myself. I could try and
Yeah, but I figured
Yeah.
you're currently.
Moment, let somebody else do the nutball thing.
I figured you're currently preoccupied with magic.
That is fair. I
I
just
just,
figured I was
like-
currently feeling the imbalance and
Yeah.
like
To Seht and Maya, because Ingvar and Tuksha are kinda focused on channeling. Seht and Maya, you do notice that first, when they started channeling, Tuksha came way stronger than Ingvar. And then Ingvar overcorrected. But either way, they both look very fucking balanced.
In that case, yeah, I think that's my plan. I am going to attempt to assist in their balance and calm and order by placing probably 2 hands on each shoulder. You know, like we've got a lot of hands going, and steadying them physically as well as just sort of saying, "It is okay. You have this. Feel your magic. Feel balance. Feel this sick magic that I'm going to do to help keep everyone calm." I may have failed my therapy license in Natbone, but we picked
Damn
up
it.
some tricks along the way. So, yeah, I'm gonna try and use some calming Natbone magic to just make sure everyone's hands are steady. You know, the nerves are going. That's a 4.
Hey, that's absolutely enough.
Let's go.
So, what you
Practicing without a license.
basically combining 3 magics, because by placing their hands on each of your shoulders.
Oops.
No, don't worry. Basically, Seht combined the netball magic with both of yours, but without interacting with the crystal itself. So the magic coming out of the crystal is combined Arcars and Darat only. However, what Seht did managed to balance the input you both did into the crystal so that it's equal.
Let's go.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Look who's discovering balancing magics.
Yeah.
Now imagine doing this with every kind of magic at the same time.
Yes.
And that's how C.H.I.M.E was made. Oh, that sounds like a pain.
Yes, especially since for that you also had to combine some magics that are opposites of each other. I mean, you are already doing that with the Arcars and Darat at the moment. Because neither
I mean,
of you-
theoretically-
It's so
Yeah.
difficult.
Do you want to know what
That's-
would happen if Seht didn't balance you out?
What would happen?
Kinda.
No, I want to
Kinda,
wait.
yeah.
I want to wait until we find out. 'Cause I don't want, next time, if we've got to balance
fair.
it again, there's another. Like, yeah. Wait, I don't want to ruin it.
At some
Yeah,
point,
let's-
we will fuck up. That is something we can
Mhm.
guarantee. So,
Yeah, but
I'm here.
basically-
I'm here. It's gonna happen. All right.
Basically, if that unbalancing happened with magics that are not opposites, it would have consequences, but not as bad as when those magics are the opposites.
Yeah.
And
All right.
but luckily,
what are the
nailed
perfect
it.
opposites?
Right. Yes.
But yes,
Um.
you managed to channel the magic and restore the room back to being a room and not a pile of rubble.
Mhm.
And you do notice that in this room there is a pedestal on which probably something should be. But
Hmm.
it's not.
Could you do your magic revealing light again. That might reveal some clues.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I want to try and do a again a revealing light, a combination of Arkars and Nat Bone magic to show everyone the divination that I'm doing. So is that?
Fire?
Yep, that's Arkars. That's a 4.
Okay, so you can once again reveal that on the pedestal there are runes that are currently not glowing. There is a space in the on the pedestal where something should be. Looks like another kind of crystal. And you also notice a faint glow from behind one of the walls.
Ooh.
Is
Possible that when you cleared the room, you could put that crystal in the wall.
Whoops.
right? We need to get that out without damaging it.
There is a
Ah.
crystal in the wall, you say?
It seems like it, but it could be fragile, so we don't necessarily want to start by breaking the wall.
Whoops. Perhaps if you can do the elemental magic and make the wall all the rock all wibbly, I can reach in and pull it out.
How big is the crystal supposed? How big is the crystal that's stuck in the wall?
I'm gonna say it's about ye big.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like a 7-foot tall crystal, so that's much more manageable.
Honestly, 7 foot tall, probably better than this big, so here is okay too.
Let's see. So yeah, I will try and use earth magic to kind of turn it into more of like a like more of a mud consistency, but in a way that will keep like the area around the crystal like stable.
To be honest, to be able to do that since you do not have access to water magic at all, and not air magic, you would probably need to again combine your magic with somebody
Oh
else's.
dear.
Because mud doesn't just come from stone.
Yeah. Okay.
Are there any cracks in the wall where the crystal is? Cracks.
You made the wall very freaking smooth.
Yeah.
Top on that.
We fixed it.
Yes! You kinda did.
Could I just turn it to like dirt instead?
I mean, to be honest, if Ingvar thinks about it for a second, there is one magic in the room that could potentially be able of combined with yours turn that part of
Maya?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I am going.
It's partially Belu, which she is also partially Sabar. And Sabar is nature.
Yeah. Okay.
It's also hands.
And they did work well together in making the flamethrower. Okay.
Which almost ended
Well, yeah.
Let's do this.
didn't.
Okay. Ingvar is gonna turn to Maya and say, I think the best.
Maya's just gonna stop, put a finger on her lips, and just go, "Let's do this."
I'll hold the crystal?
I mean, now Stuksha has enough limbs to hold that crystal fucking steady.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold it as far away as I can on the end of one of my tentacles so that I am as close to not dealing with it as possible.
I wanna use 2 tentacles just to keep it steady.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. I'll keep it as steady as I can with a couple, but
I
yeah.
don't have a shit ton of those.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we'll channel to make mud would probably be mud's probably fine.
make
I
some
would
milk.
prefer to shove my hand through mud than, say, sand. Sand gets everywhere, and when you have this many joints, that is very uncomfortable.
It gets in places that it really shouldn't be.
Yes.
Yeah, just thinking that mud will probably slide easier than dirt, without like creating more destabilization.
And mud will not, well, for example, scratch the surface of the crystal.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll me your Darat magic because I already rolled hers.
Oh yeah, I missed it. Oh boy.
Great, you both rolled the same result.
Nailed it.
Meaning you don't fall in
Got it
love.
in
You're
one.
in sync.
Yay!
Did turn that part of the wall that's from you to the crystal into mud, which is still sitting in the place, but now it's something that you can put your hand into.
Right.
Advise having gloves on for grabbing
No, it's fine. That does not sound like me. Let's go.
Said, aren't you wearing gloves usually?
Uh,
Regular ones?
Yeah, that's a good point. But I've also been touching the crystals and cutting myself
Is
to
that
ribbons.
gloves or just
off.
extra
Yeah.
skin?
You do not want to think or look too closely about that.
I mean, what is leather if not just dried
Leather's leather
skin?
at the end. Leather.
Yeah.
Yeah, leather's leather.
That's because it's human leather, not animal leather.
people outside of
Let's
Moran
let's move on before we get put on some lists.
people outside of Moran
You
get
weren't
so
already on
caught up on human leather versus leather. It's all just leather. Yeah, I just squish my hand in, like squish it in, force it in, and rummage around in there.
Well, you do
Oh, that-
find the crystal and
that-
grab it.
That feels funny.
Hurts.
Yep, that's fine. I am used to this.
You're pulling the crystal out.
Yes.
You did. Your hand is absolutely fine.
I'm dead? Oh, I did. Okay.
And
You said you're dead, and I'm like, I know.
yes, your hand is now covered in equal parts mud and blood. Yes.
Do I bleed? Have we established that I bleed?
So I think you still do bleed sometimes.
Sometimes, when I feel like it. For fun.
Nice.
To be exact, when I like it.
Yeah.
Thematic.
There we Ow. I put it down
crystal is also
quickly.
covered in mud. And
That's fine.
Just like move the mud off.
Don't touch it.
Nope. Not physically with magic.
Okay.
I was trying to set that into.
Just making sure.
having the limbs in one piece.
Mostly. Yeah. Okay. And then
You are able to, with magic, clear that mud from the crystal. Not much that you can do about the blood, though.
fair.
Oh, I've got that. Do some Marin shit.
Yeah, that would be.
That should help, yes. And yeah, you have the crystal, and I'm guessing you're putting it on the pedestal in the place it's supposed
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah,
So
that sounds
do
like a good
that,
idea.
And the moment the crystal is in the place where it should be, the crystal starts going, and the runes around the pedestal also start going. And Ingvar, do you feel that a bit more balance has been restored to the plane? Still not all of it.
Think we are
That's
done
a
here.
wonder.
We should move to the next chamber then.
Yeah.
Yes, and also I believe Seht needs to do something about their hand, which is cut in a lot of places quite deeply. You are quite
Maybe.
close to losing a few fingers.
Maybe we might just leave it. We like last time we healed it up, we immediately cut it open again, so it feels like a waste.
I mean, you
Well-
are quite close to losing a few fingers.
Yeah.
I could also, I forgot, I wasn't thinking of it at the time, but I also could have just probably used Earth Magic to move the crystal.
You
I,
might want to fix that. It
Yeah.
don't look a
What's
bit
this?
right.
And they're just flapping
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
This is not to be a stereotype, but just a flesh wound.
Nice.
Tis but a scratch.
But if it makes you uncomfortable, I can fix it up. Let's just do a little bit of zoopity doop. That's a 6 on doing some
Nice.
cool necromantic stuff.
All fixed.
Little, like, just run my finger across the space, like, of my good hand, across the slices on the other hand, and they, like, seal up, leaving funky scars behind them as we go.
I love how the most healing Seht is doing so far is on themselves.
That was always the plan. If you remember, I said this. I'm going to be a heal tank. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and you are.
Fair enough.
Even when you don't need to be, you still are.
Yeah.
Predisposed disposability. Seht does not consider themselves particularly important to preserve. So
Yeah. It's a little sad, but yeah.
When we come to that, but yeah.
Yeah.
And yes, once you leave the room, the stone door closes behind you, the blades land on the floor below it, and mix with the other ones, as you notice. And there is a new corridor.
Onward.
Go down it.
yes.
When you come to a fork in the road, take it.
So, you walk through the corridor. This one is a bit longer than the previous ones. And after a while, you don't come out in a room. You come out into a place that looks like a maze of corridors. And there is a note in stone, and next to one of the corridors is a statue with a crystal orb that is glowing green.
What
Okay.
does the,
The
note
note
say?
The note.
say.
The note says, 4 paths lie before you, choices to make. Elements to follow, no room for mistake. Walk the path of fire, earth, air or sea to reach your destination where you're meant to be. And on the corridor floor, next to the statue, you notice that the floor is all tiled, and tiles have different symbols on them.
Oh no.
Are these symbols
Earth,
the
wind, fire.
And that is something that Ingvar will recognize. Those are the symbols for the elements. There's 4
Okay.
different symbols repeating on tiles. And yes, those are elemental symbols. And next to that corridor is a statue with a glowing green.
So time to step only on the earth tiles to proceed, I'm imagining.
Yep. Or proceed along the earth path, yeah.
Ingvar, if you want to first roll me for your Darat, I can probably give you a bit of a hint.
Okay.
Good enough.
It's
You know that along with the symbols, there are 3 colors assigned to the elements.
Mm.
Green is not the color of earth.
Are there no other... You only mentioned the one orb. Are there not other...
You don't see any other orbs at this moment.
Oh. Z puts an arm out to stop presumably Maya from going down that path.
I do want to pick it up so badly.
I don't think the symbols are telling the truth. That is not the right color. Is
interesting.
what element is green assessment?
On the tiles in the corridor, you see all 4 of the symbols, just one symbol
Mhm.
per tile, and the orb in front of the corridor glows green.
I imagine we must step on the tile corresponding to the color, and potentially the color changes when we step on the tile. This is not a thing that Seht the character would realize.
I'm going to.
Okay.
So
What would the go?
I'm going to reach out a tentacle to put pressure on the tile that corresponds to the orb color.
I don't know which tile corresponds to the orb
Uh.
because tiles have symbols and the orb is just gold.
Right, I just thought Ingvar was
Which-
telling us.
Well, I don't know which one is associated with green.
Is the
It-
is it like a traffic light system? So at the moment we're doing it's trying to go and
Just go, 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 go!
it
Are
goes red,
we-
stop. Like
Are we requiring further science?
I mean,
I know what the science is gonna be.
necessarily. I just which element is associated with green?
So I can tell you that usually you don't associate green with any of the elements. However, seeing that some glow might be limited in color range, air would be the closest because air is usually blue.
Okay.
What colors are usually associated with each element, Ingvar?
So, fire would obviously be red, earth is brown, and water is blue, and air is steel.
Also makes sense that they would, for this puzzle, make it a more clear distinction between teal and blue. For green and blue. Hopefully.
Would
And which of
you-
these symbols is which of the elements?
You are able to easily do because that's something that they teach you in the rad very early on.
Yeah.
Would you like me to press any buttons?
I can press one without putting my entire weight on it.
Yes.
There.
I also
I-
believe this might be the, apart from holding the crystal, that might be the first time the rest of the party sees that Tuksha has tentacles.
Yeah, tentacles instead of
Oh.
a dress made of tentacles.
You guys saw the crystal, and now that the dress Tuksha wears is not a dress. Those are tentacles.
Oh,
Yeah.
we are extra limb buddies. It is good to meet you, and I hold out 4 hands to.
I'll shake all 4 at once.
Yeah.
With tentacles.
Really, really good hugs, and then she just runs over and hugs the shit out of you.
Do they have the little
I'm from
suction
Arcars, I
cups
should
on
have
them
seen
as
that
well?
coming.
Those tentacles are more like centipede, just without the legs.
Ah, gotcha.
So
Ooh.
like those basic centipedes.
Cool.
Yeah. Armored tentacles.
Interesting. Nice.
So
Something none of you have seen before with Tuksha.
I tell you, I could also. It depends. Do you want to? If you want to take the risk, I will not stop you. But I also have an idea that could keep us safe.
what was your idea?
Well, as you know, my limbs are not exactly
I see where we're
permanently
going with this.
attached to the idea of being on my body. So we could borrow, say, a hand from the back stash, a little bit of Moran magic, and away they scuttle, you know?
One thing that I am a little concerned about with that is, so there are more than 4 tiles, right? I'd assume from the
There is a corridor
Yeah.
that's all made out of tiles. The floor is entirely made of tiles.
no.
And the tiles have different symbols in them. And all 4 of the elemental symbols can be found on the tiles. Just each tile has one symbol on it. And they are changing. Not not changing per se, but just like one tile has one symbol, then the one next to it has a different one, the one in front of it has a different one, like that.
Are all of the symbols of the elements?
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay.
One thing that I'm concerned about is if all four of us need to get across, we're going to need to time it.
Hmm.
Are there
Maybe.
walls in the ceiling?
Yes.
Are they climbable?
Spider took you.
Are they climbable?
Smooth rock.
Is there enough
Okay.
room for Maya to fly?
Nope.
While
Um,
we're discussing this, I think Seht is going to slowly start removing some parts from the backstash.
You
And
think
just
I
have-
haven't already started like tiptoeing towards the
Yeah.
ledge?
I think what they are left with after a little bit of reshaping of flesh and stitching is a forearm with another hand attached to it at the front, kind of like that.
Maya, having been inching closer, goes, "Give me a hand!"
I would go ahead.
Closer,
Oh no!
please don't.
Oh, no.
This is a question that Seht was probably waiting for.
I have something I want to try.
Yeah.
Can I use Arkar's magic to twist the entire corridor so that we
That's
can
cool.
walk along a wall instead of the floor, which would now be a wall?
That's very cool.
Bypass the puzzle.
Not at this moment.
Okay.
You
Okay, fair enough.
need to have that magic way more powerful to be able to twist space like that.
Okay. That is entirely fair.
Especially since you soon notice that, well, Ingvar already noticed the full plane is very imbued with earth magic. Meaning everything around here is magical, and changing space in a place that's already magical, and
Okay.
opposing magic to Arkar's, not easy.
Ingvar, what if would you be able to, I don't know, make handholds or something on the walls or ceiling out of the earth?
It would depend on the strength of the magic preventing change. Like you said, Earth is slow to change, but possibly.
I'm
Like-
gonna say that you're trying to modify the walls to make handles. You assumed that the corridor was made in a way that so that it can be changed.
Would you mind awfully if I try something?
I really want to
Sure.
drop a rock on it. Really want to drop a rock on it. Really want to go on. Go for it.
One moment, and I hand the hand abomination to you, and I'm gonna use some magic to attempt to briefly animate it.
Nice.
Yeah, as some Moran magic,
So, guys,
calling on the idea that
you know the hand from the Addams family, so that would
yeah,
Yeah.
basically,
The thing.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
Another, yeah.
Hold them steady. They do not always enjoy the experience of gaining consciousness.
Oh gosh.
That's a 5.
Yep, so the hand is fully operational.
Give that a drop on what tile did you say was the
How long do I get to
green
keep this
one?
for?
This one, and they'll point at the air symbol.
They do not tend to last very long.
Well, we better be quick.
Yes. So, yeah.
So the hand got dropped on the tile with air symbol.
Yes. It's a hand, for the record, it's a forearm with another hand on it. So there's two hands, but kind of like that. Because legally distinct from the Adams family.
If no one watching this gathered by now, we are going into body horror hard. Well, we went at character creation and we just stayed there. So yes, you drop the hand on the air tile. The air tile glows green now. The orb doesn't change.
Okay.
Perhaps.
It helps. It helps to give the temporary creature a name. It helps bind them to to their consciousness a little more. But I am having a bit of
Armold?
Push me, pull me?
Hansel.
Hansel is
Those are
pretty
both
good. What was the other one?
Push me, pull me?
Arnold.
As in Arnold,
Oh.
but with an M.
Arnold, nice.
1 sec. /1D2. 1 it's Hansel, 2 it's Arnold. Hansel it is. Let's go. Hansel, move to. Can you point? What is the next? I do not really know these symbols.
Ingvar, you would say that they should follow the air symbols.
Okay. I'll make sure. I'll show you how to recognize the air.
Didn't change color, so.
You can talk to Hansel.
Oh.
I may have given them temporary life, but they are their own real being.
I don't want to think what it's like to be
Sorry.
Hansel.
Sorry. Hansel. I used a more mechanical, not sentient. And dragged him.
Sentient is a strong word.
Conscious?
Yes. They can feel the existential pain of their inevitable death, or undeath. It's complicated when you come to Moran, but they are otherwise excited to be part of the puzzle. Normally they just sit on my back and do nothing, so this is a big day for them.
I'm also going to, after Hansel moves to the next air symbol, unless Maya does this first, because this is something we equally probably have the impulse to do. Ingvar is then going to step on the first air symbol just to see.
So the moment Hansel moves to the other air tile, it also started glowing green. And when you stepped on it, it's still continuing to glow green. The orb doesn't change color.
Good
Which
times.
ensures even more that you should be following air symbols, at least for now.
Okay.
However, this is where we will stop today's game. So yes, it's time for our goodbye. So, like in the beginning, everyone say who you are, who you played, where can you be found if you want to be found, and plug whatever you want to plug. And let's this time start Ingvar.
So I'm Aspen. You can find me at AspenForest732 on TikTok and Archives of Our Own. Just started publishing book 2 of my trilogy, fanfiction trilogy.
Moving to Jen.
Yeah, I'm Jen. I've been playing body horror Saturday. And yeah, you normally find me at oasiscyberpunk.com playing a probably equally deranged and equally laissez-faire with body parts medtech called Mavis. Or you can find me on Tuesdays at &D20 on Twitch playing an overconfident orc bard in the wonderful land of Barovia in Curse of Strahd.
Great. And now Tuksha.
Hi, I'm Will. I played Tuksha. I don't have much of an online presence, but if you're looking for something to look up, you should look up the Trevor Project. It's a great nonprofit here in the States that helps queer kids and young adults find the counseling that they need.
And moving on to Maya.
Hi, Zara here, plays Maya, and plug in Sailor Z Creations, which is my little baby. Go to sailorzcreations.bigcartel.com.
Great. And I am Loremistress LadyBug. You can find me anywhere by Loremistress LadyBug, and also on the Ampersand Defend channel on Tuesdays along with Jen in the Curse of Strahd campaign, where I play a cleric trying to keep everyone fucking alive. It's not easy. And you can also find me on the Disney's Whispers channel on I don't know which days, but playing Call of Cthulhu where I play a librarian who got access to magic books when she really shouldn't.
Oh.
Yeah, my librarian is casting spells left and right. It's not going great for most of the people a lot of the times. And yes, with that we will end